Kia ora, Yile here, take two. I did this video and then I lost the video, so I'm not sure what happened. So you get to see it again. So in this video, I am doing a product test of the frosted bowls here, and it's a chakra set. Now this is something I don't personally use in my sound baths, but I have ordered this set to be included as part of the tools that we're going to be using in How to Craft a Sound Bath class that I'm running. And it's all about getting to know the instrument, what it can do. If it's not, this is just like one of many different choices you can have in your sound baths. So I thought I'd do a live demo of it, because it's not just about the bowls, but it's also about the mallets. I've been playing around and experimenting with these bowls as well as the mallets. And it's really interesting. It's not after playing them for a little while and just exploring them, it's still not my personal preference, but it's a really good intro set for people that are looking to explore sound healing, providing sound baths for people, or including sound into existing practices such as yoga. Maybe you're a yoga teacher and would like to incorporate the sound in some way. It's a really good accessible tool to have and to add into ceremonies as well. And price wise, it's more accessible than some other bowls that I personally use. I have some of the crystal Alchemy bowls, crystal tones, and they're very specifically made. And just as an example, this whole set is the same cost as as one of the Alchemy bowls. So that just gives you an idea of like, well, if I were to invest in sound and sound healing instruments and tools, how do I want to spend my money? Where does my money want to go? What will be enjoyable for me? So after playing around for a while, that I went to these bowls, and like I said, I've never owned or played or used a chakra set bowl in a sound bath before, but after playing with them now, it's been quite fun. Because what do you get? So in they call them chakra bowls because you get 7 in the set, and they are related. Some people relate each note to a chakra, which is something, it can be a guideline, but it's something I don't personally subscribe to. But it's a really fun way of just getting used to musicality, notes, and harmonies in a sound bath. So in the set here, we have the notes, which is based on a Western scale. Basically, if you're a piano player, they are the white keys on a keyboard. So you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And so I've arranged them in this particular way because this was I was just again trying different things out in terms of which notes go with well together to create a harmony. So you can create harmony, like pleasing major chords for those that know the musical, and those are possibly dissonant kind of minor sounding chords, and they're just easy for me to play. So I've put them in order and I've put them in groups, and I was just trying different things. I'm just gonna check up on the video here. So there we go. Cool. If you have any comments. So also the other thing I've been experimenting with is the mallets. So not only do you have the bowl, the mallet is also very important because of the sound, the interaction of the mallet and the instrument creates different sounds and tones and feels, for example. So what it came with, should I say, what it came with was a suede mallet, and this one's actually quite rough, so I'm kind of a little bit disappointed with the quality of the mallet it came with. And it came with 7 mallets, and there are suede mallets that are less, I don't even know if you can see that, but this one's quite bobbly. It's kind of created a lot of, it's like a, you know, when a jumper's kind of got all bobbly, and this one's a finer suede. Other mallets you may have seen in the market are ones with a rubber end, a rubber ball. And it's really interesting the different quality of the rubber. Because what else I decided to add into this order was a rubber mallet, and their version of a rubber mallet was basically like, I have this in the kitchen. This is a chopstick and a rubber ball at the end, which is black. So that's a smaller head compared to this one. So what I just started to experiment with, I noticed that with the suede mallet, and then the frost, like these bowls are frosted. So what that means is that there's a little bit of a rough edge on the outside and a smoother edge on the inside. So there's a kind of roughness on the outside. So it does, with the suede mallet, can create another sound compared to the Alchemy bowls, which doesn't have. But we're not doing a comparison here. I'm just doing the Chakra set bowls. Let's see. And then, so I started experimenting, well, how else can I create different sounds? And I bought a door stopper and then placed that on the end. So there's a rubber door stopper, by the way, it's rubber. So there's creating a friction on the rubber to create a sound. So there's different ways of playing the bowls. So there's the, what I call donging, or basically striking the edge of the bowl. And then running, the other way is then running, I call rimming. running the mallet around the bowl to create this prolonged singing sound. So that's hence the term that's been phrased as singing bowl, to produce that note. In this case, this is the C bowl. So normally the sound is created by striking the bowl, or if it's from, you can go straight into running the mallet around the rim. But if you have the rubber end, you can actually play on any part of that bowl. So I'm just going to do a quick demo of the different sounds and what it sounds like, and then use the different mallets so you can get a feel for the difference. And hopefully the sound quality is coming through on the live here on Facebook. It's not the best of qualities I have on the audio setup, but it gives you an idea of the different mallets and the different sounds that can be created with these bowls. And with the, like I said, because they are on the Western scale, the white keys, you can create some really nice harmonics and overtones with the pairing and doubling up of bowls, or just kind of continuously playing. You can create this beautiful harmonies together. Okay, so which ones shall we start with? So I'll use these suede mallets first. move to the other mallets now, just so you can hear the difference. So these are the small chopstick-esque with rubber balls on the end. So it will be different with the striking compared to the suede mallet. So that was a suede mallet. So there's a much softer sound with the striking. But what I'm finding with these chopsticks, they're one, very small in terms of the ball, and also if I want to do two, I end up scraping the chopstick end on it. So there are other mallets that have the full silicone or rubber mallet fully, which is what I was looking for, but it's quite difficult to source at the moment. But there we go. And finally, with the homemade rubber doorstop end with the on the ends of the mallets. So the striking of this type of rubber seems more pronounced than this one. So there's a difference in the weight of the rubber ball. So it does make a difference. Having a different mallets, it does make a difference, as well as the quality of the bowl and how easy it can sing. So there you go, that's the frosted crystal bowl set with the different mallets. So it's so important to have a compatible pairing with the mallet to the bowl and how you play. For example, I have a weaker left hand, so I find that playing with certain mallets I find a bit jumpy and have less control over, so I tend to use this one for the striking of the mallet. So it's just knowing you and the instrument and the dynamic that you're creating. They're currently sitting on these what are called O-rings. This is a cushioned one, but they also came with a plastic rubber base. Let me just show you a demo on that. Whoops. Which is like this. So they also sit on that. And the idea is that the bowl can free vibrate from this point onwards. So you can kind of run the mallet around this part. Wow, so there you go. That is the kind of product testing. I'm not going to reveal who the supplier is, but what I'm finding is a lot of the suppliers of these frosted bowls and in terms of manufacturing are either from China or from the States. I haven't heard of anywhere else where other countries are producing the bowls, but it's interesting about where they come from in a kind of more modern day story of the history of where these bowls have come about. Is that these are also known as crucibles, and they are used in Silicon Valley as in to produce and create microchips, and because they hold a high temperature. So I don't know the actual process of it, but that's one story of where these bowls have come from. And they're actually, some people believe that they are crushed down crystals and then fired up to a high heat and included in a furnace. It's actually silica, which is basically sand, and the more processes it goes through. So this is like one part of the process where it's like you get this kind of frosted color. But if you continue the process, it actually becomes clearer. So actually it's the process of making glass. So it's not what people think is quartz crystal crushed down and made into a bowl. These particular types are not made like that. And no, crystal tones have their own process, which is kept secret, and it's a patented process. But, you know, like I said, it's all about the sounds, the harmonics, and the overtones. And so it's all with all sound, there's the sound, which is the frequency part, as well as the intention. So as I've learned on my training class with Jonathan, it's like sound plus intention is the healing. So it's not only just the frequency that matters, and that's got to resonate with the producer of the sound as well as the recipient of the sound, but it's also the intention that's involved in on that sound, that carrier wave. So that's it for this video. Unless you have any questions, I'm going to sign off here. These bowls will be used in the training class, and then once I feel like they're ready to go, they will be available. I'm going to either sell them as the whole set or as pairs, and maybe the heart chakra would want to go to someone specifically, or I'll package them and group them as threes, for example. For we got this C, E, G, for example, creates a nice chord, a nice harmonic sound. What else is possible? Yeah, what else is possible, and what will be a contribution to you and your community? Thanks for watching. Bye.